Welcome to Caregivers and Community Connection. Thank you for tuning in this morning to our show. We got an exciting show for you today. But remember to tune in at 11 a.m. every Saturday morning and on Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. to our show. I have some guys here this morning that we would like to talk to that seem to keep the city of Chattanooga laughing and rocking. And as my friends, I got Crown Royal, our comedian from our city. Good morning, how you doing?
How you doing? I'm great.
And Mark Glad. Mark, I remember the first time I met you at Mocha, and you came in to help us sell tickets, and next thing I knew, you was a comedian. I don't know how that all happened. Maybe you was a comedian before then, and I just didn't know you. And you got up on stage that night, and you had everybody just crying, laughing. It talked like you was just talking normal, but everybody was laughing at you. But I wanted to bring you guys on because, you know, you are really bringing excitement to our city. Through your comedy, through your laughter. Several weeks ago, you all threw your first big comedy show. What did y'all name it?
Kings of Chat Comedy Show.
The Kings of what?
The Kings of Chat.
Oh, y'all just named the city something else, Chat and all that. But anyway, y'all know I'm old school. But, you know, what made you all finally get together, Nate? What made you and Mark decide to get the other comedians together, bring them in, and say, we can do this thing. We could do a show.
I feel like it was time because, I mean, we always probably like doing guest spots for big comedians here, or people always bringing outside comedians here. And we got talent in Chattanooga. So I felt like it was time to put on something where we could showcase our talent here, you know, instead of paying somebody from coming out of town like that, you know. So we wanted to show Chattanooga, and plus, I know Chattanooga was looking for it, and they was ready for it, so.
They had to be. From my understanding, y'all sold this show out 2.5 weeks prior to the show.
Sold it out 1 week, 250 tickets gone.
And 1 week. You know, they ain't nothing but love for you.
That's right. You love Chattanooga. A lot from Chattanooga.
Yeah, that's a lot for Chattanooga people. But you all, when we opened Mocha, do y'all know it's been almost 3 years now? It'll be 3 years on April Fool's Day. That was a comedian joke. But anyway, we opened up the doors in 2011, April 1st. And we've been going ever since. And I've been able to watch the both of you all grow to something so amazing that you're on the level of the artists and the comedians that we bring to this city. And I love it when I can showcase you guys and put your name out there and make you just grow all across this world, not just Chattanooga. You did something to make everybody see you. They could check you out on YouTube. How can I find you? I know you on there.
Oh, on YouTube, comedian Nate Royal, and you know, just go on YouTube, type in Nate Royal, or my alter ego Harry Smallwood. He coming soon.
Yeah, I know. What about you, Mark?
I'm not on YouTube. I'm just on Facebook, acting a fool and doing my thing on there.
Y'all didn't take that the other night? A couple of weeks ago?
We got DVDs being made. They should be ready to sell actually by the end of this week.
How much they gonna be?
Just $5.
$5.
$5.
$5 measly dollars.
So we just want Chattanooga to support our comedians here, Mark and Crown, and support you by buying your product. Because that's where it starts at, when you have product and that you can sell it. But now, I'm going to start real quick because we got a little short thing here today, but I want people to know a little something about you. What made you go into comedy?
Child support. I had to find something else to do, man.
See?
Just keep working. I need to get some more side money that I ain't know nothing about. Don't play this part. I don't want them to know I make a little money.
Yeah, you know they're going to be sending you a letter. Yeah, you know, Maxima don't forget nobody. Yeah, you know, and that's it. But, I mean, you know, how long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy now for about 6 or 7 years.
Wow.
I mean, probably like the last 2 years, I just actually been able to just, you know, go full force because of work schedule. So now I'm off on the weekend. So,
There's a lot of young people watching you, and you're an alum of what school?
Howard.
So you're a tiger. I want the children to know that because so many times they have a tendency to put down places where we went and attended school. And you're a product of Howard High School, and I'm very proud to say that. But I look at some of the things you do, how you engage with people, how you are able to influence the crowd to laugh and bring joy to our hearts. And a lot of times we've been sad people in this city, and we really hadn't had any place to go where we could bring entertainment like we're doing now. And I'm just pleased to know that you chose to come on board way back when and be the front man that come on and open up. But look where it's taking you. And I just wanted to tell you how proud I am of you and how pleased we are at Mocha to have you as one of our guests, but also the other things that you do throughout the community of Chattanooga. So thank you. Now, Mark, I read your little messages each and every day on Facebook. And I laugh. I said, Mark at it again. But what made you want to bring laughter to this city and laughter to the world, I would say?
Well, actually, it all started from Facebook, actually. I was putting jokes on there, and then a comedian inboxed me. It was like, and he used one of my jokes for one of his shows. To me, I was like, yeah, cool, go ahead. And then me and my friend said at the time, we were like, man, if another comedian think you funny, then you might have it. So I just took some time out, started writing my stuff down, and all that. Once I wrote it down, it was cool. Other than that, I had to get rid of the butterflies, and then after that, it was showtime.
Wow, I like that. Because, most comedians, from my understanding and being around so many of them, they don't write their own material. You wrote yours. I just heard you say that. So that's a plus for you because you're able to write your own stuff. And have you ever looked out at other big comedians to write for them?
No, but it has been on my mind. I want to write, I want to be behind the scene. I want to write for somebody, give them the ideas for them to go up there and do everything. I want big comedians, they are already set in their ways. I'd rather get behind somebody who's motivated and want to get up there and take over.
Well, one of the things, I don't know if both of you all were there, when J. Anthony Brown came to Mocha, one of the things he said, do you know he had butterflies in his stomach too? Mm-hmm. It don't matter how big you are. You still got those butterflies when it's time to act and engage with the people, because you don't know how the people gonna be acting today.
You don't know how they're gonna receive you. What I write down may be funny to me, but it may not be funny to them.
Right. They might have had a real bad day and need you to tell them a real good joke. But I'm just pleased at what you all are doing in this city. Did you ever realize that you would be in this position today to be able to do a packed out show in your hometown? You know what they say about your hometown? They say it's hard to do anything in your own city. What do you think about just when y'all came out? I was trying to get you to do 2 shows, but I couldn't feel you. I'm like, come on, y'all.
Honestly, a couple of years ago, I would have never seen it. But when me and him sat down and talked, and with my other crew, we sat down and talked, we knew it was going to be a banger because we had already had a buzz in the city. And we seen it, but we just didn't imagine it would happen the way it happened. With the tickets selling out in 1 week, we didn't picture that.
I ain't think it was going to be that fast. I feel like...
They love you guys. You all bring laughter to so many each and every day. And we read it. Sometimes it's crazy, sometimes it's not. It just depends on, I wake up to you each and every morning. It's so many of us, we go to our computer, we look at old emails, bills, and all that stuff, and then you all bring joy into the lives of the people here in our city each and every day because you got something funny to say, But it's so real. It's so real, but it could be funny. Sometimes people take comedians the wrong way, but because they're not ready for it. What do you say to those people?
Get out your feelings.
It's comedy.
Get out your feelings.
It's too much in life going on negative already. So quit trying to make everything negative.
Right. Even a little laugh.
You can't come to a comedy show all in your feelings. You come to have a good time, come to laugh. Sometimes the most serious stuff, if you can act out the most serious stuff and make it funny, sometimes it just makes other people's day.
Well, I'm so glad that you all have decided to partner up with Mocha, not only by doing your show, but other shows that we're doing and encouraging people to come, because it's very hard being on this side of the rope. But when you've already captured the hearts of your city, and selling out a show in 1 week showed us that you just did that. So in your closing remarks, do you all have something you want to say to Chattanooga? If so, look in the camera and tell them.
We got another show coming up. What, May 17th?
May 17th.
17th, right.
Another show in May. We got a headliner. We got a couple of comedians. Everything's not final right now, but we'll be Chattanooga comedians and with another headliner.
Yeah.
So everything, you know, is gonna be looking pretty good.
So we're gonna do 2 shows so these people.
It depends on how
It depends on how it goes.
A lot of tickets like you bought them last.
They blew up my phone. Mocha couldn't even do our stuff on Friday nights for answering the phone for you guys. And why it ain't no more tickets? That's the kind of conversation we got. So be prepared and do what you need to do in order to grow to the top. And I'm gonna be right here with you, as well as Mocha in the city of Chattanooga. And I wanna thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy Saturday morning to come out and spend time and make us laugh, okay?
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Thank you.
This is Mocha. If you don't know, now you know.
Welcome back to Caregivers and Community Connection. I know you enjoyed those comedians that just left, but I got 2 more guys in the studio with me today that has been working this city and really making change in the world of entertainment. And I want to say good morning to Troy Poole. How you doing, Troy?
Good morning. I'm doing all right, and you?
I'm doing great.
That's beautiful.
And the man himself, Mr. Matumbo. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, that's how we know you about Matumbo. I mean, I'm like, I thought that was a wrestler at first, but man, you're really moving this city. First of all, I want to thank you all for giving up your Saturday morning, coming in and talking with me about our city in the world of entertainment. Every time I look around, I hear your names. And people admire you. I watch your Facebook, and I think y'all watch mine too, because you respond right back. So that's a good thing. We're early morning people. But starting with you, Troy, what got you into entertainment and to do it and want to do it right here in the city of Chattanooga?
Well, it kind of started off, we used to do things just family and friends, you know, just real small and personal. And then people would invite another guest and invite another guest. And then they said, you know, you ought to do things, you know, so all of us can, you know, see how you do it and enjoy these things. We shouldn't just be selfish with it. So I just thought about it like, hey, well, let's do it. Let's bring grown adult fun to the city.
You know, I'm glad you said grown adult fun. A lot of people are afraid to come out, didn't want to come out. And one of the things that I noticed about the events that you all carry, I like the matureness of the crowd, because I think whatever you push to a person, and if they admire you, they're gonna do what you ask them to do, like the dress code and the different things. I know when I brought them to Mocha, people was a little hesitant. Oh, you know, she ain't gonna tell me to pull my pants up. She ain't gonna tell me to do this, you know. But eventually, when they brought their ladies out on date night, they wanted to dress up. They wanted to look good. And they looking at artists and promoters who gonna look good with jeans on, like Matumbo. He ain't coming out if he ain't dressed up. Oh, look at him, oh Jesus. But yeah, but I mean, you know, to say that and bringing people together and how they look for something that you're bringing to this city is great. I have to personally thank you, Troy, for sharing. And what I mean by that, I watch you. Everybody watch everybody, whether they hit like on your page or not. I guarantee you they're watching. You always include other events. At Mocha, you saw us struggling, and you jumped in and you helped in a positive way. And I appreciate you. I applaud you. That's how business grow, if we're doing things together versus being separate. But to understand, if you go to Mocha, this is the way it has to be, guys. We're not going to Mocha if you want to go any other way. And I just wanted to personally thank you across the airway and let people know how I felt.
You are so welcome, and I'm glad to do it.
Well, glad to have you. And Matumbo, you know, you were with me back over on Brainerd Road, and, you know, we did things together, and we brought people together, and I had you on stage, and I let you do your thing. And now I watch how you move the city. People enjoy being around you. Why do you think that?
Well, you know, as a kid, high school, you know, I started doing promotion in 11th grade, 12th grade. I was in high school. And my first party, I got with a group of guys, and I came up with it, and I just woke up with it. And I rented the skating ring out, and put some flyers together. I've been doing this for a long time. Put some flyers together, and went to all the schools, Brainerd, the city, Howard, went to all the schools and put the flyers out. And that night, the skate ring was packed. You know what I'm saying? The whole skate ring was packed. I had cars all down the road, so I knew then this is what I'm supposed to do.
And that's how to do it. You learned about marketing.
That's right. That's right.
But, you know, one of the things I want to say to you is that I appreciate how you stuck with something and to understand that you got to come out of the box. And I told somebody, I heard this the other day. They said, we have to come out of the box. The instructions are not inside the box. Right. You read the outside of the box to find out what to do. Right. And that's what you've done. You came in, you executed it, and you made it happen. And it's no other plan that you can write that can work as well as what you've done. So I want to say that to you openly and to our community. Now, I watched your page one day blow up to 400 hits in a matter of an hour. You got the Tyler Perry little emblem up there and say, I'm going to Tyler Perry.
Yes.
I was shocked. I even put yes, I like it too. So tell us what happened that day.
Well, Facebook is powerful. Facebook powerful. And I had an incident last year that I went through in life that changed me around. And when I woke up, you know, after that, I was like, I need to make a change, more of a change that I've already done. So, you know, I thought I was a fairly attractive looking guy. So I started doing photo shoots. And that's where it first started from, photo shoots. And I started putting them on Facebook. And one of Tyler Perry representatives reached out to me, and they told me they had some interviews and talent searches for some of the shows on there. So I submitted my photos to them. When I submitted them to them, I mean, like 5 minutes later, they was like, come on, we want you.
Rest is history. So you came outside the box and you returned that message immediately. Yes. I am so proud of you for doing that and representing our city, because most of the people think that they have to leave Chattanooga in order to be successful. But you know what I found out, guys? They end up being a little fish in a big pool. Yep. In Chattanooga, you're a big fish. Troy, you're a big fish. I read about you guys all the time in a small pool. But what do y'all see Chattanooga? I would say 3 years from now, some stuff moving in this city. I'm not even gonna go 5. That's too far. Give it to me, Troy.
Okay, I mean, 3 years from now, I'm seeing a lot of great partnerships. I think everybody gonna stand up for the most part. This is my dream in a sense, but I think it's possible. And just stick together, like being my man. You know, partnerships. People can work together and make positive things happen. And I'm seeing more of it and more of it each day. And I just think that we're gonna be just as powerful as a lot of these other places. We on our way.
I remember looking at the movie Big Mama, and I remember them saying that one finger don't hurt, but when you put a whole fist together, you make a difference. And that's what we have begun to do, the movement that have started in this city, with us continuing to think positive about our city and doing it. Now, I do want to say this real quick. I've heard that they're not having a Power 94 or Groove 93 night down at Riverbend. You know, a lot of times we get all upset about that. But we've been talking about economic development. And with economic development, it's us doing things where we keep money in our community. Right. Have we ever got any of that money from Riverband? Do y'all know anybody in the African American community that have received any of those dollars?
Can't say that I do.
Well, why don't we really put our heads together and see what we could do with our mayor and our city councilmen, our county commissioners, about them giving us some dollars, just like they fund the Riverband to do our own thing, where we're going to be able to keep money in our community and circulate that around. They think we're going to march and whatever, but I had to think about that. Are we getting any of these dollars? Where's the money going?
Not to us.
Well, they had said the reason why that they were not doing it is because we didn't buy beer down there and we did not visit the vendors. So they were saying that we wasn't spending enough money. I do want you all to know that, because we want to carry out correct information. And we need to go together as a collective body of people and see about getting some of the things we had back, about some of our artists going up on stage of Nightfall. I don't see us being able to do any of that. We're excluded from the table, and we need to be there. When they're talking to promoters, you all need to be there.
Right.
And knowing how to bring it back to the city and to the community, and so we can really change our city to be something positive. And I personally want to applaud you, but I want to give you time to say something to the community real quick, what you want to tell them about entertainment, what you would like to see them do, whatever you would like to do. It's almost ending this show. We'll start with Troy.
Well, it's a lot of things we got coming up, and I just really feel like the unity, if everybody just stick together, everything you said can come true if people just act as if that's what they want. I feel like it's enough of us now doing positive things where our city can be exactly where we need it to be.
I think that's so correct. What about you, Mutombo?
The first thing I see we got to do is we got to come together, because as we come together as one, more people will come out and support us. Because Chattanooga's so stuck on just themselves and one person. Everybody want to be a headliner, want to be the star. And if we come together, as you can see, as me and Troy doing right now, as Mark Gladney Crown doing, everybody, they coming together now and making it more successful party or event or show, whatever going on. We come together, everything's successful. And then I think if the next 3 years from now, I see us coming together, because we all getting older, and we'll make it better when we come together as one.
And I want to say this too before we get out. Mocha and your whole staff, especially your daughter, Sharon.
Yeah.
That's my buddy. Shout out to Sharon. Okay, we just feel like the partnerships we have, that's a strong example of proof that we can be together. Me and this man been watching each other do what we do and respecting one another for how many years? Years. And finally, we right here together. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of people. The whole Mocha, the partnerships you all have with people, that's beautiful, because a lot of people don't like to do that. It's all about building and growing. So I appreciate you all at the same time.
And we all making it.
That's right.
We all will make it if we stick together and grow together. I want to thank you, young men, for your time, most of all your talent and your realness, because it means the world to me. Thank you again, and thank you for being a part of this show this morning.
Anytime.